morning. This morning is a pretty exciting morning, although it's cold. Can't you tell how cold I am with the outfit that I'm wearing? It's 7:30 in the morning. We've got 2.5 hours before we go catch the plane, and we're going down to the sunny coast for a 5-day state age netball tournament. So that is going to be a lot. Why don't you come pack with me, get ready, and I will share with you how it's so different, the kids sport here in North Queensland, because remember that we are in the Whitsundays, which is fairly remote. I mean, the biggest major city close by is 3 hours away, which is Townsville, and really Brisbane and Sunny Coast are the big cities, and they're like 1,000 k's away. So sport is obviously a little bit different because there's not as many kids here. The sun has actually been really nice, and so I've put the clothes up here to dry. It's just they've got a little bit damp overnight, so they probably just need a little bit of sun on them, and then I'll be ready to pack. Tilly's going to stay in bed for a little bit longer. We agreed that I'll wake her up at 8:30, so she's got an hour and a half to get ready. She's already got everything packed. I just looked up the weather because it's down south a fair bit. Saying it's going to be in the 20s, 23, but it might shower on Sunday. Where the netball tournament on is that it can get quite muddy. I'm like, how does that work? But maybe it's where all the tents and everything are. If it gets wet, that's probably where it's going to get quite muddy. I got these because they're a bit better than instant coffee, and definitely think I'm going to need this. The football and netball is very different to Geelong. So in Geelong, basically, they played for East Geelong, and Tilly played under 13. So in the morning she would play at 8, and Tex would play at 8 as well. Often they weren't playing at the same ground because I think the under whatever he was played on the Sunday. But this year it was going to be that he actually played at 8 o'clock on Saturday, and she played at 8 o'clock on Saturday at the same ground, and they would go all over country Victoria, not really country Victoria, but around the greater Geelong area and play different football teams. So the under 16s would play, the under 18s would play, the reserves, the seniors, and then the same with the netball. It'd be like 13s, 15s, 18s, D, A, B, C, D. So they'd all play together at the same club on the same day. They train on Tuesday night and Thursday night, all at the same club, all together. Like they train in separate groups, squads, but all at the same venue. It was really awesome because it was very club and community environment. Everyone got to know each other, and then they had functions on Saturday nights, and yeah, it was just like an in thing. Not an in thing. I won't say inbred either, but lots of people married each other, and like lots of families went through generations of looking after the club. So it is, yeah, it's a bit generational. Here the main sports I think they have are like we've got the AFL football, which is a smaller club. Tex plays in that league, and they play I think about 5 different teams. So it's not like a full draw like where there's 20 teams or 10 teams. There's only a small group, and I think they might play each other at least 2 times, maybe 3. But it's not games like 18 weeks in a row. And then Tilly's team, she had to try out for that in January or February. And that team actually goes to Mackay, and they play in the Mackay competition. And that's called the development team. And so she had to try out for that. And yeah, and then they have their other rugby league football as well, and soccer. And they all play at separate grounds, separate times. So in Geelong, the different leagues have different rep team. So Tilly made the Geelong district rep team last year, and then they went and played on Monday nights against the regions in the area, and then there was one competition that they went to, which was Melbourne and all that kind of thing, and that was it. Whereas with the rep team here, there's lots of different carnivals. So instead of having teams like they do in Geelong, they actually have lots of country competitions. So we had one in Mackay, we've had one in Townsville, there's one in Bowen, there's another one here, and then there's obviously the state age, which is 195 teams are competing. So it's going to be massive. People have told me it's going to be like so amazing, and I just can't get in my head what it's going to be like until once I've seen it. I'm sure I'll get it, but it sounds like it's going to be really fun. So Tilly made the Saturday team, which meant that we had to travel every Saturday to Mackay, which is 2.5 hours away. It's a great competition there. They have different levels, so like the under 12s and under 13, under 14s, they have like A, B, and C grade, or they call them different things. Tilly's team is in the B grade. The A is like, they're quite phenomenal actually. Definite good room for improvement and for development. The football is quite different as well. One of the places we went to is like a coal mining town called Murmba, and their sporting teams are really good. It's like just a little town. The boys that they played, so they play, Tex plays 16 and a half, and I think it's 16 and a half, 17 and a half. And yeah, they were like really good at football. And then Tilly played them in a competition and they were really good at netball as well. But one day for Tilly's birthday, it was actually Tilly's birthday, we had to get up at like 5 o'clock to get Tilly to her game in Mackay, which was 2 hours away. And then we had to finish up there, rush to the next game, and that was 2 hours away. Tex played, he missed 1 quarter, so he played for 3 quarters. That was the game that they got smashed because Murmba, they're like the Bulldogs, they're really good. And then we drove all the way home. So it was 7 hours in the car, which was an experience for sure. And I think a lot of the teams actually go and camp out there like the night before, but obviously because we're in Mackay for Tilly's netball, we couldn't do that. I forgot to order the serviettes on the grocery list, so I got these from Coles, and I thought I definitely want some of these coffees. They're not as strong. I've been getting a bit of heartburn from the coffees lately, so I thought I'll take these just in case it's a little bit difficult to get out and get coffees, and you know, the instant ones in the hotels are not that good. This is my jumper that I have to wear, or this, because I help with the team. And I've got like this white top I can wear underneath, and I've got 2 other black tops I can wear underneath as well. It does say it's going to be like 23, so hopefully it's not freezing. Two pairs of pajamas. And a jumper to go over the top because I'm sure it's going to get cold at night time. Top. These leggings, these jeans, and these leggings to wear. So I'll have to probably do some washing when I'm there. What if I take this cute little dress in case it's warm for the evenings? And then I've got these 2 shirts. Maybe this jumper too, just in case. I thought I can take these little shoes. They will go with both these shirts. Maybe my strappy thongs. So the other thing with the football and the netball, it actually is really hot at the start of the season. I remember when Tilly was playing, like when they were trying out, like that was January, and that's like really, really hot, like 35 to 40 degrees. I remember Tex training and he was just so hot. But now, like June, July, it's actually really cooled down. It was just so weird going to the football with your thongs on and your sunnies on, shorts and t-shirt. But now I feel it's a little bit cooler, so it's probably a better kind of, it's better for them to be playing in this cooler temperature. When they did the trials for, not the trials, but like the grading for Tilly, they had ice packs. They had these like wet towels, which are some sort of cooling device, and it needed to be wet and in the cold, in the freezer overnight. And yeah, because it was so hot while they were playing and they're like out in the sun. Okay, I'm back.
Can I get some chicken nuggets?
Finally made it to the accommodation. I feel like I was in such a rush when I was packing and then getting on the plane and not wanting to film in front of people. So we're here and there was like 2.5, maybe 3 hours in traffic to go like 60 kilometers. 60 Ks. But the accommodation is gorgeous. Let's have a look. I'll show you. This is my room and I'm so stoked because not only do I have this huge robe, which I won't need, but it has hangers, but I've got my own I've got my own bathroom. I was worried about that because there's 5 of us staying in here, so Tilly and I'll be able to set up everything and put everything out so she can come and use it whenever she needs. And of course, anyone can use a bathroom. I'm not having it just for me. But the fact that there's 2 bathrooms is really what I was hoping for, so I'm absolutely stoked. And yeah, the bathroom, nice and modern. There's a huge window here, but I'm not exactly sure what it's looking out at because I can't see because it's dark. There's this huge hallway. Massive living area. It's so got like that beachy coastal Brisbane feel. How huge is that? That's great because there's 5 of us in here. We'll all be able to fit on the couch if we were to sit down. The kitchen is huge. What an absolutely awesome place for a family to come and stay if they were coming up here for a bit of a holiday. Like, this is awesome. I wonder how much it cost. I'll have to look it up. Not sure where that looks over, but I can see a caravan down there. Oh, there's like a little sitting area. It's really interesting about the no smoking because like where do people smoke these days? Like there's nowhere for them to smoke. Anyway, thanks for coming along with me. That was really interesting. I'm not sure if I covered everything. I just feel like I went from one place to another, which is how I see some people do their vlogs, but I always try and make more of an effort for it to make sense. Thank you again. If you follow me on the other channels, you would probably know that I'm wanting to make content creation my full-time thing. I've created a membership where you can join me and learn about creating content and digital products, but most importantly, how you can support me to become a full-time content creator. So if you're interested in that, join my membership. It's $5.99 a month. It'll give you more of behind the scenes, early release of the videos, and we can have chats on there. The chats that we might not want to have open to the internet. But if you don't want to do that, no drama, all good. Just like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.